Hello, you beautiful people. This is again chemical reaction engineering, and now I want to show you the Euler scheme for the autocatalytic reaction, but this time it's with Excel. So let's start here. Like for the MATLAB script, we need the start concentration. I don't need this equal sign. Let's start 0.1 and put the units here afterwards, kilomole per cubic meter, then C20, oops, C30, oh my god, so this should be 0, this should be 2, and very annoying. Okay, now we have the units, and we also need our K. This was 0.05 and it was cubic meters by kilomole minute, and we can put here something like our delta T, and we can put it like in the MATLAB file. It's 0.1 minute. Okay, and so now we have all our starting information. Then we can say, okay, here's our time in minutes. Then we put C1, C2, C3. Then we put the reaction rate. Okay, let's put it. Let's put the units here. So this should be minutes. This should be kilomole per cubic meter. Kilomole per cubic meter. Kilomole per cubic meter, and R is kilomole per cubic meter and minute. Then we put delta C1, delta C2, and delta C3. And again, oops. Okay, then we start here with 0, and the next line should be the old time plus this value, and here you have to make sure that it's always the same cell, and then you can go here for quite a long time. Oh, we only have MATLAB, I think we ended at 120 minutes. Okay, still a way to go. 100, yeah, that's next. 120, okay. So our starting concentration is, we take it from here. Again, you do this with F4. This is C20, F4, oops. And this is, oops, F4. Okay, now you can calculate your reaction rate. This is K times C1 times C2. Why is it? Oops. this should only be now there's the correct value, and then this is let me just close it. Okay, this is the reaction rate times delta t. So for C2 it's decreasing, that's why we need a minus, and then it's the reaction rate times delta t. Forgot it here. And this is the reaction rate times the delta t. So, and now you just, here you have to say, okay, this is the old concentration plus the change in concentration. And this is valid for all the three. So increasing, decreasing, increasing by this amount here. And then the reaction rate, the reaction rate is the same as before. It becomes a little bigger because this here is increasing, and you can just copy it like this. So, and then now everything is the same. You always do the same, and you can mark all the cells here. And then this is my favorite trick. You just go here and then you do a double click on your left mouse, and then everything is filled automatically for this more than 1000 cells. Okay, so then let's have a look how this looks like. Okay, so you mark the cells here, and then, and I think you know the trick, then you can with what is it, shift caps and the arrow down button, you can mark all. Then you say einfügen, and then you choose a XY plot, and then you have it like this. Okay, let's put it as a new diagram. Okay, then you can change the size of all the fonts. As you learned in your bachelor thesis or whatsoever, normally you don't need the title. So we don't want the title, but we want to label the axis, and we want to move the legend. I don't like it at the bottom. I want to have it at the top. Okay. Achsentitel should be concentration CI in kilomole per meter cube. And then we want to put this as an index. So, and here we have time t in minutes. Okay. Maybe you know it or you don't know it, but I prefer to have it like this. If you want to add proper legend name for it, then you can go to bearbeiten and so on, but you can also just write it here if you want to have it. So you say colon, then open C2, and then there you find C2. You can go here. This is our C1. Then you C1, and this should be C3. Okay, and then of course it's Excel, so it's not looking very nice. Then you, if you want to, you can go here and say, whoops, you can go here and say, okay, Aktienoption, let's set maximum value to 120, and then after some editing you also have a like a proper diagram of our calculation here. Okay, again we can go for some control. We can put C1 analytical, it's the same units. Then let's go here, then we can make like a little screenshot. Okay, and then we can type it in here. C1 analytical is equal to C1 F4 times C1 plus C2 divided by, so for me it's easier to do it in MATLAB than to do it in Excel, but I think it depends on what you are used to, times exponent minus, open the bracket, C1 and C2 plus C1 times K times T, and then you have to close two brackets, I think. Then of course it's not correct. Maybe we are lucky and it's fine. Okay. So now we have another row and we can do it like we did it in MATLAB. We can just, for control, we can now go to Daten auswählen, hinzufügen, C1 and then analytic. Then we have to choose the time. And we have to choose the last row. Then we can say OK. And then you can also see that they are quite close, or they match exactly. Okay, maybe if you want to change it, and oops. Maybe you want to change it to a dotted line or whatsoever. Oh, yes. So now you can see that the agreement is nearly 100% and everything's fine. So this was an example how the Euler scheme can be used for the autocatalytic reaction if you want to use Excel. So I think it depends what you are more used to or what you like best, but if I want to have figures that are quite good looking and so on, then I would always go for MATLAB. I think you can do with MATLAB, you can do whatever you want. With Excel it's always complicated. So for example, if you say, okay, I don't want this delta t here, but let's go for 0.01, I don't know why you should do it, then you can change it, but then you have to rescale everything. You have to go here and then you would have to add some additional lines. If you go for, like, I don't know, let's say 0. Keep it here. But if you change the k value, let's say you want to have it like 5, then you have something like this, and it's not that easy to rescale it. And so you can use whatever you want to, but I think I will in the future I will give you a few MATLAB examples. Yes. Okay. Now it should be fine. Okay, then let's save it. Chemical reaction engineering, Excel, AutoCAD. And basically we are done. So thank you for listening and have a good day.